Hello viewers, welcome back. I'm Trockers. Okay, we want to go over a problem on plane trigonometry from ZIMSEC June 2006. All right, so the question reads, a circle with center 0, 0 passes through the points P, Q, R, and S. As you can see from the diagram, P has coordinates 6, 8, Q 6, -8, R 8, -6, and S 8, +6. So we need to calculate the size of the angle POQ and SOR in radians, correct to 3 decimal places, calculate the area of the shaded region, then a second circle passes through the points P, O, and Q, find the coordinates of the center of this circle. All right, before we do anything, guys, let's change the calculator mode. So just make sure it's in radians. Right, so I'm going to change mine to radians. There we go. We are now in radians. All right, so let's see if we can make some annotations here. Right, I need to find the size P or Q, the size of P or Q. So I prefer to work with trigonometric ratios than working with the cosine rule or the sine rule. What am I saying here? We can find this angle up here, right? So remember, this is just a vertical line, so that's a 90-degree angle. So since this is 8, it means it's 8 units up there, right? Then 6, that's 6. So I can use the trig ratios. Once I get this angle, I will calculate it by 2, right? Then I will get the size of angle P or Q. And I'll do the same. I will do the same for angle SOR. I'm going to calculate this, right? Then you do the same, you just multiply by 2, right? Then the other thing there, we need to find the area of the shaded region. So to find the area of the shaded region, we now have 2 sectors, guys. I have this sector here and that sector. Then I have this sector here and that sector, right? So it's just a matter of saying major segment for that outside sector minus this. We need to get rid of that sector here, that segment. And we are going to use our angle, our area of segment, which is half r squared theta minus sine theta. That's the formula which we are going to use here, right? Then to find the second, the equation of that second circle, because it's passing through 3 points, so I prefer going the algebraic way. So we are going to state the general equation of a circle plus c equal to 0. Once we do this, we then have to plug in those values, then you solve simultaneously, as easy as that. Okay, so guys, let's get the ball rolling. Okay, so I've already drawn that circle. We are going to save time. We are not going to waste time redoing this. Okay, we need to find the size of angle P or Q. So allow me to redraw this, right? So I have that. So first, I can call this M, right? I can let this be equal to M here, and that be equal to N. That is M. So I've got M, P, and O, right? With coordinates, since it's 6 units here and 8 up, right? So I'm going to multiply that. So it's opposite of adjacent. So tan or theta is equals to 8 over 6. So theta is equals to arc tan of 8 over 6. So therefore, angle POQ, so angle POQ is equal to 2 times this arctan of 8 over 6, right? So let's get our calculator here. So 2 times arctan of that, 2 times arctan of 8 over 6. Okay, I'm getting 1.85 to 3 decimal places, 1.855. So it's 1.855 radians, right? So we are done with the first one. Now let's move on to the second one. So second part, we need to find the size of the angle. It's now the angle SOR, but before that, we are going to do the same. So this is now N but this is S, and that's what? That's O. So if we come back here, you're going to see that it's 8 on the X, 6 on the Y. So it's 8 horizontally, 6 here, so it's 8, right? Okay, so we do the same. Tan theta is equal to 6 over 8. So theta is equal to arctan of 6 over 8. Therefore, our angle SOR equal to 2 times arctan of 6 over 8, which is equal to 2 times arctan of 6 over 8. 6 divided by 8, it's 1.287, right? 2, 3, this is 3 dp, right? To 3 decimal places. Here it was, okay, 2, 3 dp as well, right? So now that we are done with the first part, let's move on to the second part. So moving on to the second part now, we also need to find the respective radius, the radii. So here, to find that, it's gonna be 8 squared plus 6 squared. I think that's a 10. Let me see. 8 squared plus 6 squared, because I'm using the Pythagorean theorem here, 100. So for both, since it's the same sec actually, right? So the distance from here to there is the same from there to there, it's just 10. So my radius here is 10, right? I've used the Pythagorean theorem, which is okay. So now let's go ahead and get started. So, which is item 2, shaded area equal to area of major segment minus area of minor segment, right? So SOR is the minor segment, POQ is the major. So I'll just say it's half, radius is the same, 10 squared. So the angle here was, let's see what we got. It was 1.855. So it's 1.855 minus sine 1.855, right? Subtracting half, 10 squared. So it's now 1.287 minus sine 1.827. Right, what do we get here? Okay, so it's gonna be 50, open parentheses, 1.855 minus sine 1.855. Right, I'll close this. Then subtracting 50, open parentheses, 1.287 minus sine 1.287. I close this. Okay, let me double check. All right, let me see if I've entered the values correctly here. Okay, 51.855 minus sine 1.855, subtracting 50 times this. All right, I think we did it right. Okay, then the other one is 1.2877. Okay, so here I'm getting 28.40570688, and the degree of accuracy is silent here, so we leave it to 2 significant figures. So this is 28 square units to 2 significant figures. So we are done with the second part, guys. Now let's move on to the third part. Right, so moving on to the third part, which is item 3, we are told that a second circle passes through. All right, let me bring the question here. So a second circle passes through points P, O, and Q, right? is P, O, and Q, yes. Right. So find the coordinates of the center. Find the coordinates of the center of this circle. Right. So this is what we want to do, guys. So it's a circle which is passing through P, which is 6, 8, O, which is 0, 0. That's my O, sorry. So O is 0, 0. And Q, which is 6 and negative 8. Right. So there are several ways of killing a cat, but I normally go for the safest one. So let's just find the equation of a circle which passes through this, then it's easier for us to find the coordinates of the center. Right. So we know that we have x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So at 0, 0, if we plug in this, we're going to get 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus c should equal to 0. So we now know that our c is equal to 0. Then at 6, 8. So at 6, 8, if I plug in that, it's going to be 64 plus 36. 36 plus 64 plus 2 times x, which is 12g, plus 16f should equal to 0 since c is 0. So 12g plus 16f is equal to negative 100, right? Here we can simplify. We can divide by 4. 4 into 12, that's 3g plus 4f equal to negative 25. So I have my first equation, right? So at 6, negative 8, right? At 6, negative 8, if you plug in the formula x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So x is 6, so that's 36 plus 64. 2 times 6 plus 12g, subtracting 8, 16f should equal to 0. So 12g minus 16f equal to negative 100. If you divide by 4, we are going to get 3g minus 4f equal to negative 25. That's what? That's equation 2. So I'm now going to solve these two simultaneously, equation 1 and 2. So I'll simply add. So if I add equation 1 plus equation 2, 3 and 3 is going to give us 6g. These two cancel out and is equal to what? This and that, that's negative 50. So g is equal to negative 50 over 6, which is negative 25 over 3. So when I get my g is negative 25 over 3, what else do we need? If I get this, then my f equal to, if I plug in, okay, let's use the one with positives. Okay, so let's just say 3g. Okay, let's say 3g plus 4f equal to negative 25. G is that. So 3 times negative 25 over 3 plus 4f should equal to negative 25, right? This and that will cancel out. So negative 25 plus 4f is equal to negative 25. So 4f is equal to 0. So f equal to 0, right? And now remember, when an equation is expressed in standard form, the equation of the center, the coordinate of the center is just negative g, negative f. So it's just 25 over 3 and 0. And it does make sense, guys, because as you can see from the question, the distance here is the same, meaning to say your center is along the x-axis, right? So that one was what? It was just correct. So that's all we needed to do on this particular question, guys. We have our f, we have our g. So You just use the formula -g, -f to find the coordinates of the center. I think we have exhausted all the questions. We did all the questions. At this point, I'm now signing out. Later.